So good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
All right, so freedom to walk the path. This has been a truly amazing month, hasn't it, so far? I mean, we're already almost to the end of it, but we have explored the ideas of consistently and regularly walking a pathway of God's plenty, a journey of the joy of spirit, and a course of conscious creation. Quite a month. And we've used these two books that I have set out here, May McCarthy's The Path to Wealth, 7 Spiritual Steps for Financial Abundance, and Wallace Wattles, The Science of Getting Rich, to support us in this. And I'll tell you, I actually have a CD of Wallace Wattles, and hearing him read it is a whole different experience than reading it, but this is quite an interesting journey with Wallace. So during our time together this month, we have talked about cultivating a deep and personal, regular relationship with our CSO. And what is our CSO? Chief Spiritual Officer, or God, right? And about doing what is ours to do. This is a challenge sometimes, doing what is ours to do and letting our CSO do the rest. We've explored having daily meetings with our CSO, which has been quite an experience for those who are doing this. And I even gave everyone a 30-day practice having that daily meeting that consisted of 5 things, which are outlined on the agenda that I passed out. So if anybody didn't get an agenda and would like to do it, I will print out some more. I think they might be all gone, but they were on the table there. It's never too late to start.
Gets me out of bed in the morning.
Yeah, it's a great way to start your day, or any time during the day when you want to sit down and do the reading and the writing. It doesn't take that long, and it leaves you in a better space, doesn't it? It's quite a good practice. So we'd love to have you join us. And then last week we explored the power in thinking and acting in a certain way, because he spent a whole chapter in there talking about how to act in a certain way. I'll remind you of a quote I shared last week from The Science of Getting Rich. By thought, the thing you want is brought to you. By action, you receive it. So a friend of mine who was doing the CSO meeting and following the daily agenda shared that he was frustrated because a check that was supposed to have arrived had not yet arrived. But then he stopped himself and decided to get quiet and to try to get a little clarity about what the next step should be. And in that quiet, he was guided to take action. Remember, by thought, the thing you want is brought to you. By action, you receive it. But what action was there to take? He's waiting for something to come to him. And on the heels of that thought, he got another thought. Check the pile of unopened mail on your wife's desk. And of course, we all know the end of that story. The check was in the stack of unopened mail. So how often does this happen to all of us? We're looking for something frantically. We just take a moment, get quiet, and it's like, oh yeah, I remember. I went to get a glass of water, so my glasses are now in the refrigerator. It happens often, doesn't it? But we get caught in that. So today we explore an important ingredient that gives us freedom to walk on a pathway of God's plenty, take the journey of joy, of spirit, and chart a course of conscious creation. Well, I want to rephrase that. Today we explore an important ingredient that gives us the freedom when we apply it. Because we can read everything we want and go, oh yeah, but until we apply it, it doesn't make a difference. It makes that difference by paving the pathway of plenty, generating the journey of joy, and clearing the course of conscious creation. And when it isn't applied, it pollutes the pathway, it junks up the journey, and it clogs the course. I had so much fun with those alliterations, because I love to play with words, that I want to say them again. When we apply today's ingredient, we pave the pathway of plenty, generate the journey of joy, and clear the course of conscious creation. And when we don't, we pollute the pathway, junk up the journey, and we clog the course. In fact, when we don't apply it, our lives can look like the 580? Is that the freeway that comes over the Ultimate Pass, right? On a Friday, or actually even at 2 o'clock on a Friday, because nothing is moving, or at best, it's going very, very slow. We thought, wow, we'll get out of here and get home, and plenty of time, and It took us a long time on a Friday, and that was around 2 o'clock. So, but those who have read McCarthy's book already know what this ingredient is, and the rest of you can probably guess because it's not a new idea. We talk about it a lot. In fact, we talked about it last Sunday, or the last Sunday of last month, because this practice is one of our Divine 9. But as I said last week, none of this is new. What is it? New thought, ancient wisdom is what we call it. It's all been around for a long time. The question is how well we have incorporated it into our lives. Mike Dooley once said that he often gets people coming to him after his seminars saying, "I've heard all this from you before. Don't you have anything new? Anything deeper?" And Mike's answer is, this is it. This is it. You just have to apply it. Just have to apply it. May McCarthy suggests we incorporate this not-so-new idea every single night before we go to sleep. Just as we began our day with our CSO meeting, we end it with this, preceded with some outrageous gratitude for the day to grease the wheels just a little bit. So, here is this all-important ingredient as described in A Course in Miracles and modified just a tad by me. Do you want peace? Do you want happiness, a quiet mind, a certainty of purpose, and a sense of worth and beauty that transcends the world? Do you want a quietness that cannot be disturbed, a gentleness that can never be hurt, a deep abiding comfort, a flow of abundant good, and a rest so perfect it can never be upset? Do you want freedom? All this forgiveness offers you. All this forgiveness offers you. Yes, this key ingredient is forgiveness. Forgiveness is a spiritual practice done every night before you go to sleep. And even though we just talked about this practice last month, today we're going to go a bit deeper and engage in a very powerful experience of it. But we'll do that just a little bit later. And McCarthy writes, forgiveness doesn't mean you absolve the person for their actions or even place yourself in a position to be hurt by them again. Forgiveness means you recognize that you can choose to not let them or the situation have power over you anymore. You can choose to let it go and become free. You can choose to be powerful and create a wonderful future for yourself. Forgiveness is a necessary part of making this choice. With forgiveness, you are making room for the CSO to work and creating the calm place to receive the direction toward the good you want, even if you don't necessarily feel like forgiving today. Forgiveness is for your benefit, not anyone else's. When you forgive, you do it for you. You do not do it for anybody else or for the other person. Because the person, event, or experience you have never forgiven owns you. They own you. Let me say that again. The person, event, or experience you have never forgiven owns you. Now let me demonstrate. Joy's going to help me here. So are you willing to go with this and just follow my lead?
Sure.
All right.
In complete faith.
Okay, here we go.
Done.
This? Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, don't let go and follow me, even when the rope gets tight, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Hang on tight.
Hang on tight. Okay, so here I am just doing my life, right? Things are okay, but not great. I have some painful stuff in my past. Painful stuff in my past. And then I come to this crazy church this month, and I learn about being on a pathway of God's plenty, a journey of joy, of living of Spirit's purpose, and a course of conscious creation. And I hear about how to do that by creating a relationship with my CSO. I learn about having these daily meetings, and I learn about thinking and acting in a certain way. And so I'm ready to move forward. I'm ready to get on purpose and consciously create some more. But this time, I feel this heaviness as I'm trying to go. I'm not moving forward like I would like to do. And I look back. It's like, oh, it's you. Will you stop following me? Okay, so I keep trying to go, And what did I say before? The person, event, or experience that you have never forgiven owns you. I can't go where I want to go. But through forgiveness, I can cut the cord. I can cut the cord. Right?
No.
And so, in this moment, I do. Okay? Thank you very much. There's our little demonstration there. Very good, very good. It can feel like that kind of resistance.
They're off
But have we had those experiences where we feel like something is holding us back? Something's holding us back. And all it takes is one little snip. When our master teacher Jesus asked, "How many times must I forgive, Lord?" was asked, his answer was 70 times 7. 7, a symbolic number of completion. We must forgive until we are complete, finished, over our feelings of hurt and anger and resentment and whatever feelings that come along with unforgiveness. I've heard it said that when the thought of the person can pass through your mind, untrampled, then you have truly, truly forgiven that person. And only then will we be free. McCarthy writes, you can think of forgiveness this way. Anything that may be blocking the communication channel between you and your CSO needs to be removed so that you can recognize the intuitive leads that are being sent to you. If your thoughts are consumed with resentment, it becomes harder for the CSO's messages to get through to direct you toward your goals. There is a great spiritual axiom that states, whatever you hold against another, you also hold against yourself. By letting go of these resentments, you free up your energy to receive more of the good you deserve. A great way to do this is by saying a forgiveness prayer every night. And so this is a topic we could talk a lot about and not make a whit of difference, but one experience of it can make all the difference in the world. So I'm wondering if you're willing to have an experience with me here this morning. It will be a forgiveness meditation. Is everybody willing to do this? Okay, if you're so inclined, please close your eyes. This is called the Circle of Love meditation. So take a few deep breaths. And then in your mind's eye and in your heart, go to a place where you feel totally surrounded by the infinite, completely surrounded by the universe of good. A place where you feel safe and secure and at peace. Perhaps it's on the bow of a boat in the Caribbean as you drink in the most amazing turquoise blue water. Perhaps it's a field of beautiful wild flowers with a sapphire sky overhead. Or perhaps it's a deep, rich green forest, lush and rich. Wherever it is, go there in your mind now. In this place, you will feel completely, totally safe and secure. You notice in this space, wherever it is, that there is a door, and that door opens, and in walks a person that, for you, is an avatar of love. It is a divine being of unconditional love and light, a high and holy person, a person of expanded consciousness. It can be anybody. It could be Jesus, Buddha, Gandhi, Mother Teresa, your grandmother. It doesn't matter who it is, just bring him or her in and have this person stand about 5 feet or so away from you, but facing you. And now I'm going to have you bring other people in, and they're going to form a circle around you, standing to the left of the person before them. We will bring in just a few folks. So there your avatar of love is, your anchor. That is your first person. The second person, or it could be an experience or event you're going to bring in through the door, is someone or something that in your heart right now you need to make a decision to forgive. Remember, it is a decision. May McCarthy says you may not even feel like it, but you do it anyway. Bring that person, experience, event in right now and have him, her, it stand just a couple of feet away on the left of your avatar of love. Just let that person or event be there facing you. And then through the door walks the second avatar of love. Someone else who represents to you absolute unconditional love, divine guidance, higher consciousness, illumination. Bring that person in and have him or her stand to the left by a few feet. And then will come in another person or event that today you are willing and ready to forgive. Make the decision. Bring that person or event in to stand a foot or so away from avatar of love number 2. Remember, you're making a circle around you. And now a third avatar of love walks in, a third person who represents divine love to you. And have him or her stand, making the circle, which is almost now closed, only room for one more. At this point, you have an avatar, a person or event to forgive, another avatar, a person or event to forgive, and a third avatar. And the last person to come in the door is actually you. In you come. So now there are 2 of you. One of you in the middle of the circle, and the second one taking the last position, completing the circle. So the you that is in the middle is the you, the consciousness that said yes to this morning, to being here, that said yes to doing this exercise, that said yes to living fully and freely, on purpose and in joy. And the you in the circle is the you that today you are willing to forgive. The you in the center now turns to avatar number 1 and walks up closely, taking his or her hands, if you want, whatever works for you. But have that person look into your eyes and you look back. And I just want you to see the love that is coming at you. And not only see it in your avatar's eyes, but feel it wash over you. Feel it filling your very beingness with love. And in that love is strength. In that love is courage. And in that love is a desire to live in greater oneness and to live on purpose. And so fortified with this love and this desire, you walk just a couple of steps to your right and you come face to face with the first person or event that brought you into the circle, that brought you today to deciding to forgive. And it is okay if emotions occur. Let it be okay, because you are loved here. And so you look at that person or events now, and I want you to even notice if you see it slightly differently, perhaps with a greater understanding, perhaps with some compassion in your heart, perhaps not. Either is okay. I want you to look and simply say to them, I fully and freely forgive you. I loose you and let you go quickly to your highest good. You are free, and I am free as well. And then you take another step to your right, and there is your avatar number 2 looking at you with such deep love and such respect for the work that you just did. So you let yourself be filled again, buoyed by this love, this divine love, divine appreciation, and you take that energy and move to your right again. And you come face to face with the second person or event or experience that you called into this circle this morning. That you said, yes, I am ready to make the decision to forgive. And do that right now. I fully and freely forgive you. I loose you and let you go quickly and in peace to your good, beautiful work. You are free, and I am free too. You take a few steps to the right and come in contact with your third avatar, who is just glowing at you, glowing with respect and admiration and love, filling you with divine light and energy, absolutely empowering you to take that final step to the right and to look at yourself and all those things that you have labeled flaws, and all those things you have done in the past that you are still holding on to, regretting, beating yourself up about. I want the you in the center to look at the you right now with eyes of love and compassion. Look at yourself the same way that you looked at and you were looked at by your avatars. And simply say to this aspect of you, I fully and freely forgive you. I fully and freely forgive you. I fully and freely forgive you. I am now free. And one more time, finally, to your right again, to avatar number 1. Just take in the love again. And as you're taking in all of that love, all of those you forgave dissolve. Just like tiny crystals glimmering in the sun, they break up and fade away. As you see the last crystal disappear before your eyes, you realize that you are completely released. They are completely released, and you are set free. Your avatars now gather around you in a tighter circle, and they celebrate you. They celebrate this newness that is you. They celebrate the strength that is you. They lift you up over their heads and rejoice in who you are. With this, you feel a new sense of freedom, a new sense of awakening, a new sense of being ready to really move forward on your path. As they put you down and place you firmly on the ground, you know that you are here on purpose, that you are here to live a life of joy, of freedom, and most of all, a life of love. And now you know that it is yours not only to have for yourself, but to spread to the world. And so in this moment, you come back to this room, re-energized, reinvigorated, to be the love that you are, to make the decision to share that love and to receive the blessings of the universe. And for this, we say thank you, thank you, thank you to our CSO. And we call it good. And so it is.